I'm Riley. I'm 16 years old. I keep strangers' secrets longer than homework, and it seems that this me catches up faster to any deadlines.
I'm Sasha. I'm 17 years old, captain public safety team's performances. Professionally, I'm smiling, then when inside, all is smoking.
I'm Noah. I'm 15 years old. I collect laptops from spare parts and bury my own feelings in folders with a password, which always too much simple.
I'm Jade. I'm 18 years old. I write texts for school magazine. I cut it off one unnecessary question, and then I worry about it all night.
I'm Miles. I'm 16 years old, and I run. I don't run away from conversations, but today, it seems, I'll have to breathe more often to ordinary.
I didn't want to start with the alarming ones, but my phone is blinking as if the fire siren hid in the pocket.
If this is about an anonymous account, I've already done it twice, regretted that, learned, read between the lines.
I checked the creation date. This account, it does not match the date first post. It means that someone was preparing in advance.
I like it when you say, prepared. In this, I hear a plan, but I want to believe that this isn't just someone's evil game.
I don't like that. It's like there's a hunt for the five of us. Like as if someone put a beacon under language to everyone.
Message says today at 11:10 in the corridor near the storage works. And yes, they are just hanging it there. Results competition essay.
It's a great time to hit reputations, especially if the target is the one who holds a rhetoric circle and glows in the photo.
I can turn off notifications, but I can't turn off facts. And the fact is that we will have to go to everyone together.
I agree. Go. But please, we don't throw words around before cardiograms, because then there will be late shove their back.
Then we're meeting in 5 minutes, and if there is another accident, I'll still be there because it's calmer that way.
I need one honest one. Answer before we will see strangers' letters on the stand. One of you sent their drafts in the wrong place. Need to?
I gave it away. Copy essay for the teacher and left one copy in the locker. And yes, I am now I hate your own feeling order.
I keep my drafts in the cloud, but I have the password, and I have my hands, and my hands are now cold, so into the cloud. It's easier not to get there than to get to me.
I have drafts only on paper, and I emphasize with real markers, and then I hide them in my backpack between notebooks, like as if this protects better than any safe.
I wrote notes just for myself, and they are not about competitions, but about breathing. But if someone finds it, I will be fine. Ashamed, how as if I copied it.
Thanks for saying it out loud now. Although I hope it doesn't seem like I'm the only one burying folders in my soul.
Let's still make it to the stand before the unknown person did not have time to put the final dot where we want, comma.
I'm close, and yes, I already regret that. At all I once learned to keep my phone in my pocket, but without it, we blind.
We approach the stand, and it seems to me that letters look at us like people who know superfluous.
I see that our essay list pasted over with someone else's sheet, and on this sheet to the left of the title is drawn tiny key.
Please read it clearly and without guessing between the lines. Otherwise, let's quarrel with the shadow.
If the truth doesn't fit into grammar, they're writing in the fields. Today at 7 p.m. in the rehearsal room. Come and hear who sang in other people's voices. And then, nothing.
Sang in other people's voices sounds how accusation of plagiarism, only instead of text, voice. This is hint at voice acting or dictation.
Or that someone wrote for someone essay, and now is going to turn on the recording where can you hear whose intonation went on top.
My knees became weak, not because I was afraid of losing the competition, but because this seems like a trust trap.
I didn't go out into the fields, but I did one day corrected someone else's comma, and I still have the feeling that I have invaded someone else's house.
It's not about the comma, it's about authorship. And yes, I'm not angry at you, but at the fact that someone chose time when, to everyone, it is especially important to stay by yourself.
I can bring a tape recorder and record it. Everything that will be said in the evening, so that we can listen again and make sure that we didn't think anything extra.
Bring it, but not for the sake of evidence to the police. but so that our memory does not turn into someone else's story.
Let's agree that, in the evening we sit in the front row, and if there is a performance there, it will not be ours.
And let's agree now, before all the drama, that we are not playing the guessing game, who betrayed, until we get at least there would be one pure fact.
One fact is enough for me. There is a key on the sheet, and you don't usually wave a key in front of those you trust. You shake a key when you want to control the doors.
So, doors. We're closing ourselves. None stories, no messages to a friend. That's it remains between the five of us.
And one more thing. If today one of us will hear your voice where it shouldn't be, we at first we support, and then we sort it out.
I'll sign up, under with every word, even if tomorrow I have to run in circles with weak legs.
Yes. One more thing that needs to be said. I think that in the evening will be voiced my essay like Farin, and I'm not sure that I can handle it. Look into the hall.
I'll sit next to you and take it. Take you by the hand, and if we'll too much it's hard, let's leave together. Even if someone behind my back will hiss.
I put the charger in the laptop so that our voice recorder wouldn't die right there. Interesting place. And yes, my voice is shaking. Stronger cable.
I have. It's not my voice that's shaking, trembling, habit, be calm, when all flows under my feet. But I'm still holding on.
I have the sky above the stadium is shaking because today wind some kind of wrong. But I will do the same. Period.
See you tonight. More the whole day, and we're already living how as if in the finale season. I want at least 10 minutes of ordinary life.
Come on, let's steal 10 minutes from the library, where books whisper, not shout, and where no one demands answer right now.
I brought cookie from dining room. Excuse me, I have today words are confused, like wires.
Thanks for the cookies. I'll need them. Something simple when around, all difficult.
Just one bite and then back to class because, if we'll ruin the day in the evening, we'll only heavier.
I agree. And I also want to say one thing right now so I don't drag this out until the night. I actually wrote the text until dawn, and if someone stole it, which means someone saw it, my windows included too often.
I was online last night. It's no secret. I edited the list of arguments, but I didn't look into other people's windows. I'm tired of roles where me draw predator.
I was sleeping. How killed after 3 hours coding? Honestly, I didn't even set my alarm right away. Woke up.
I read the draft's old releases and thought about how would their rewrite today. 2 were alive. Not perfect.
I was flipping through playlist and tried not to think about what awaits us. And that's all equals I thought it was, because that's how it's set up.
Okay, that's enough. Half sleep until evening. We breathe for the evening. We are preparing the spine.
I'll pick up the projector in advance, if in case someone needs it output something on the screen. It's better that this something was taken out.
And I'll check the sound so that if we'll turn on recording, we heard not only dramatic whisper, but also breathing pauses between words.
And I'll take a notebook in which I'll write down what I feel it, because then I will forget what it feels like this is to live inside moment.
Take 2 notebooks in case I need one too. Need to will unpack knees in letters.
We'll take it. Everything except fear of telling the truth to each other. We'll leave the rest at the door.
Evening arrived faster than I wanted it. The hall smells dust and hope, and this rare, strange mixture.
I connected the recorder to the phone. That's it. Works. Recording go. I'll keep quiet more often normal, so as not to jerk the sound.
I sat in the front row and tried not to make things up. Culmination earlier time because otherwise I'll become a script anonymous director.
I'm here for you, but my heart keeps going, does an extra blow, like as if, once jump out and see who will enter the stage.
I keep my hand on my knee and count. Take a breath to avoid falling into panic orbit.
It started. Someone turned it on. The lights are on, but the stage is empty, and that gives me goosebumps worse than the screaming.
You can hear it, microphone clicked as if someone checked but didn't talk to me. It's annoying more than words.
I don't like the silence that mocks. that she looks like someone else's emoticons where, need to, I'm sorry.
I feel like stand up and say, if there is what say, but I don't want to give them rhythm.
I just want to leave, but I won't because to leave means to leave to others the right to finish our story for us.
I'll go on stage and say one phrase, not as a hero, but as the person to whom I'm tired of it. Wait!
I support Look, but I'll stay here to write down answer, whatever he was.
I'm holding my breath. How does the editor hold it? Red line. Now the line is not on paper, but between us and someone else's voice recorder.
You're walking, and I can hear how floor rings under sneakers. It's strange, but true.
I clenched my fist so hard that knuckle bone's whiter. And that's all I still want to listen, even if I'm angry.
If you were going to show recording with other people's voices, show it in the light and in front of us. If you were going to call names, name them in front of those to whom these names belong. If you have the truth, put it on the table. We do too. There is, and I remain silent.
Turned on screen. On it window player, and file title looks like a password, only would not sound like a sentence.
I hear a voice very similar to yours, Riley, and I have inside breaks down something small, because intonation painfully familiar.
But me too. I hear that there is something in this voice seems, like as if phrases collected from on different nights. I get goosebumps, not from the content, but from the sewing.
This is my words, but I didn't say them like that. Someone pasted them together. Pauses. I hear how my commas, they are not where I put them.
So it's editing, and this is important because editing is not the truth. Editing is a tool that can kill reputation.
I can show you later on the spectrum where the splice is, but that's later. And now is your reality and ours. Shoulders.
I want to scream, but screaming means give them music. But I'd rather speak quietly and clearly, so that I heard me, not their file.
Then I'll say that these phrases don't make you stranger. They're trying do you a shadow. But you are not a shadow, you are cramped in this attempt.
Thanks. And thank you for that you look at me and not at the screen. But there is noise in my head, but it stops to be controlled by strangers.
I'll go to the microphone. I'll say it again and again if anyone has claims. We hear, and we ready to speak without dirty tricks.
The pause grew, and there was room to breathe. Easier, even recording suddenly. It seems quieter.
Stage lights blinked, but it was probably used too much. We put a lot of meaning into electricity.
The main thing is that we didn't follow theirs the path where we should be. Were quarrel voices on the recording.
I have busy lump in throat, but this my lump, not theirs, and I will swallow it at my own pace.
Screen went out on its own, or someone turned it off remotely. This is already secondary. Primary. What? No one came out from darkness with the name.
I'll put a mark, end of recording, so that later we know where the moment is when we didn't break down.
I want to propose to everyone there's no way to leave broken, and how are those who saved yourself, and come back tomorrow with your head, and not with scraps.
I want that we ate after, because I think we got hungry from holding our backs.
I want to go home and text with silence, where there is no shouting. Just breathe my windows.
Before, let's break up. Let's talk about it anyway. What to do if they post it tomorrow? One more file.
If they'll post it. We're not playing who, I'm guilty. We at first let's check how the sound is collected, and only then, what collected.
If they'll post it, I'll write a text not about the scandal, but about how to behave when they're trying reassemble.
If they'll post it, I'll come. I'll go for a run, and run out sooner from head, that which cannot be expressed in words.
If they'll post it, I'll do it. I will remain myself anyway, even if inside, all will want to become someone simpler.
I'll take you to the door, and tomorrow we will be those who again speaks, and not those about whom they speak.
A small request before I go. No one won't go to bed today, sleep with the thought, it's my fault. Guilt loves the dark.
I promise myself and you that I won't edit. Past, while present asks to just be there.
I promise that if at night, when fear comes, I'll write in the chat, and I won't become strong a nut in an empty kitchen.
I promise I won't delete it. No one line from a draft that I wrote until dawn, and I won't let someone else's scissors decide where my point is.
I promise that tomorrow will be the first business I'll talk to the teacher about it criteria competition and time submissions, not for justification, but for clarity.
And I also promise that I won't hide eyes when we let's meet in the morning, because hide and seek is there, the game is not ours.
I think we are today, we aged a year, and at the same time became a kilogram lighter. Strange math, but I accept.
I want to hug you, but I won't add to the drama. Just know this is Waswood, honestly.
I wouldn't run away if I would you hugged it, but now I need to leave his own gate so as not to lose feeling lands.
Then let's go home and yes, before bed, water, a blanket, a playlist without words.
And one fact for the brain. Editing is not the truth. The truth is how we held each other while the file tried to hold us.
Tomorrow we'll grab coffee without a plot and meet at the editorial office, where walls remember our laughter, not just headlines.
I'll be up earlier than my alarm in the morning, just to make sure the school is still. It smells like a gym, not someone else's panic.
I close the chat, but I don't close it. Heart. It sounds banal, but today, banalities are armor.
Good nights. If this word is still means something after similar days, I want it to mean.
Good nights. There's a light on my desk, a small lamp, and she warms smooth so much, so as not to believe in darkness.
Good nights, and let us all I'm dreaming, not of a hall and a screen, but of a path home, where no one is waiting applause.
Good night, and let tomorrow we will wake up the same, but with a little more calm breathing.
Morning, all equals will come earlier then. We ready? And that's it, equal. Let's do it. Give him tea from honest words.
Morning will meet us with a stand, and we let's meet him shoulder to shoulder, without theatres, without foreign conductors.
I'll bring the printout, not like weapons, but as a pill for they. They say louder.
I will bring the words that help breathe, but I don't promise that they perfect, but I promise that they ours.
I will bring steps that do not run, but walk beside, because beside is all that is real to us, need to.
And I'll bring myself with by everyone crumpled, but real pages.
Then see you tomorrow, team, from 5, without additions and without subtractions.
See you tomorrow, and nothing else, extra names.
See you tomorrow, and no other people's voices.
See you tomorrow, and no more escapes.
See you tomorrow, and no more supporting roles in his life. Morning met, I'm quiet, but inside all thunders like as if the night left the drums on the windowsill.
I'm already at the stand and it's strange calmly, though yesterday's haul still rings in my head, like unclosed microphone.
I brought it Spectrum printouts that show seams in the recording, and they such impudent that I do not want to prove anything. I just want to laugh.
Don't laugh yet. We won't show it where laugh's safe, and then we'll decide where to put the final point.
I'm after jogging, and for the first time in a long time days, I breathe not through my throat, but with my whole body chest. Because we have a plan, and the plan is same oxygen.
Tell him the plan is to not cry at the first door, or he'll be gone in 5 minutes.
The plan includes 5 votes and not a single extra one. We say only what holds. We don't let someone else's editing dictate our punctuation.
And we also show that strangers' files do not have authorities when we have their facts. Sounds pompous, but on graphs, all very earthly.
Then let's start with the mundane. I see that there is nothing new on the stand, like as if someone ran out of steam or waits until... We ourselves let's take a step.
Let wait. We are not going again. We are playing on someone else's field. Ourselves we choose the site and time.
I'm ready for the office, where we were given the opportunity yesterday. Breathe. I don't like this word, but safe space today sounds honestly.
Okay, let's go to our little headquarters, the auditorium in the library. There is a quiet light and sockets nearby, and I don't believe that sockets affect courage, but so be it.
I'll fire up the projector and put it out curves, and then I'll explain without the words popular science, because the point is understood not only those who plays with the code.
If someone will ask, why, you all? They brought it, I will answer, because the truth is not only words, but also bodies, words.
What? If someone will say, it seemed so to you, I will add, I wanted it that way too. Think, but my legs stopped running in that direction.
I'm taking my notebook with me, yesterday's lines, and yes, I will read from him. To my voice did not sound. How stranger. Even if there are hands to tremble.
Let's distribute the roles for today so that we don't talk to each other and don't talk yourself into it.
I am a tech, and also a translator, schedules in normal language. Maximum 3 minutes, I promise.
I'm context, short and sweet, why? We it all hear and what? They are trying to do it to us do.
I am earth, if talk it will fly away, and I will return it to the level of what? We feel in that, let's move on.
I'm the voice because this recording tried steal my voice. I'll take it back.
And I am a frame. I will say at the beginning that we are not looking guilty. We create rules by which no one will whose shadow.
I also have there is second plan, in case again will turn on the screen is unpleasant, but honest.
Say something unpleasant right away. We're already used to holding it.
If will appear new file, I'll launch mine. Not compromising material, but the raw sound of our yesterday's unprocessed voices, so people can hear how it sounds like not editing.
It's a risk because we give part to myself, but the risk is better than silence under stranger soundtrack.
I agree. Let it be. They will hear my pause where the file inserted spectacular size.
Then we take let's go before it gets too much late for the first step.
The projector came to life, the light warm. I'm taking it out to our curves, and it looks like a pulse which someone tried to fix it with tape.
Go ahead, I'll write it down. Some key phrases so that if someone runs out of words, we don't fall into silence.
I'm right there, like bench near the running track paths, on which can, sit down if your legs stop moving. Obey.
I'm going to get up first. Otherwise, I'm going to sit down and stay sitting until the end. And that will mean that someone else's file won without sound.
We came without posters and without slogans. They came with what they took from us yesterday, with the right to speak with our own voices. We will show where they tried to glue it together, and we'll show you how we hold together without glue. And we won't look for someone to blame in the crowd, because crowd loves to make mistakes.
This is what the gluing looks like. You see the even line, then a sharp jump? This means that the phrase was cut and a piece was inserted from another entry. This is what it looks like a real pause. She breathes. And like this, dead silence, which adds to it seemed more dramatic.
We're not the police or the judges. We're the ones who matter. This history. We are not asking for applause. We are asking for the future. If you are offered nice file, ask who benefits from it. File becomes. It's easier. But for some it's more cramped.
Learning is not just hand over work. This is and also learn to control your own eye when it is pulled by the sleeves. Yesterday we almost had a fight with Echo, but we realized that Echo is neither friend nor foe, yet we won't decide for ourselves.
I heard yesterday my voice came from the speakers. This were my words, but not my speech. They're folded like as if I were a set of whom can collect the right picture. I'm not a picture, I'm a person. And today I speak my words to my with your mouth. And if someone will once again glue me to a stranger's stories, I have there is scissors, and they are called no.
And the last thing in this frame, we know that anonymity tempting, but anonymity is not a shield that can hit in the face. We choose to speak face to face and listen face to face.
I won't turn on the recording here. Enough air that works more honest any films.
I see how people look at us differently. Some have questions. Some are relieved. Some have a habit of not believing, and that's okay.
Normal is a scary word, but today it's kinder than perfect.
My hand stopped shaking, but my knees almost argue with the floor. and I accept this dispute is without arbitration, judges.
Now to the point that we put off out loud. Where did the accesses and keys come from yesterday they tried to get us open?
And here's my part. More unpleasant graphs because she's talking about me.
We're holding, go ahead.
I'm here, and if you want stop, stop. We don't read this how weakness.
Speak evenly, as much as you can. No more.
I'm here to hear your words did not turn into excuses. They are not obliged by them be.
I wrote a small script a few weeks ago. It monitors guest keys on our network and sends them notifications if someone activates non-standard access. I did this is because I caught it once, like someone climbed into the cloud magazine. I wanted to protect us, not peek. But any protection is door in both sides.
This is it's not yet guilt, it's tool.
It's not the tool's fault. Yet. They don't waive them.
You don't have to. Take on something you did net do.
Go on.
Exactly the night before the first premiere, my script was sent splash activity. Someone activated it. One-time access to file storage. And I, honestly, disabled it call for an hour because fell asleep face down on the keyboard. When I woke up, the surge had already gone away. I started recording, but there's only in-out log. No name. I reached out. Where it shouldn't was stretch without command, and found one more thing. A temporary folder with drafts votes. With mine, with yours, with every one of us. And I downloaded her to understand how. This made me.
You did a copy of that copied of us.
And now although would we know that this is not magic, but a shameful method.
Show me on the graph where they collected my pause, like screaming comma.
Here. See? They took yours. Breath from the end of one day and put it before the word from another. This how put on one sleeve from another sweater. It looks nice in the photo, but it's hard to live in it. Is forbidden.
I hear in your voice, I feel responsibility. And this honestly. But don't rewrite the roles. The one who it was not you who put the file on the screen.
I didn't bet, but I was closest to the door. And that's the bad feeling.
Bad. A feeling is not a sentence. The main thing is that you came to us with this and didn't hide it, like love to do those who are not guilty because they are silent.
I suggest decide the question is not in the format, who guilty, but in the format, what we do it further, because further everything equals, there is.
I want to move on without anonymous people. And yes, I understand that this a dream, but dreaming is also work.
Then here's what we'll do. We'll write a short consent form, voice and text. We sign it and publish it on the school channel. Not as a law, but as position.
I'll add a point there that any file without explicit consent is considered trash, even if on it gold frame.
And the point about beautiful editing is all equal editing, especially if he brings people to their knees.
And the point about pause not being a crime, but a right. We are often more ashamed of pauses than errors.
And the point about voice, not just being a sound in a speaker, but a place where lives man. And there, you can't enter without knocking.
Excellent. Now comes the tricky part, which same it is forbidden postpone. There are among us probability that someone took a wrong step. We won't hold a trial, but we will give opportunity, say.
This is maybe to be, not at all, someone, but something from our mistakes. But if this someone, I don't want him to come out from our circle because then we will lose person and we will get nothing.
If this someone he was yesterday stood with us in the hall, heard how tremble strangers' knees, and if he has any left a little conscience, he is now the same trembling inside.
And if this is someone, I want him to see what we have a place for truth, not just shame.
I don't know what I'm more afraid of. What it's nobody, and then we were left without an address, or what it's someone and the address will be closer than I want to.
I won't drag it out. I'll say what's been bothering me since the night me too took a wrong step.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
I'm listening.
Several weeks ago, when we were preparing for the competition, people came up to me with the right advice on how to enhance the impact of our performances. I gave up everything that concerned ready-made texts, but agreed to technical support for rehearsals. I was told, we will set timers and reminders so that yours pauses were on site. I thought, it's just a metronome. I signed the paper about improvement process. Yesterday I reread it at night, this paper. There is a line about analysis vocal patterns for optimization feeds. This line is the door through which they could carry out our voices. I didn't see how they took it out, but I opened it, click.
It's not you guilty. It was they showed us a beautiful jar with the inscription optimization, and inside turned out to be collector votes.
It's about our eternal weaknesses to believe that technique better knows how we should be human.
And about my eternal weakness is to believe that running decides that's all. But it's necessary was stop and read every line.
I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at how easy it is to write a word into a contract that turns people into material.
I'm not asking for forgiveness for the sake of forgiveness. I'm asking to be given the opportunity to fix. I'll write a post that we are recalling my consent to optimization, and I will explain why.
And also we will screw the server so that no guest keys were activated without a public record. I'll put a warning so loud that I myself will beget it.
I'll rewrite the note for school channel so that she didn't sound like accusation, but it sounded like care instructions.
I'll take the simple words for those who don't like long texts till they were not carried away by boredom.
I'm going to be the face this things if I need to. Not in the sense of, so that I again was in the columns, but in the sense of, we'll see that we do not hide behind abstraction.
Then we are moving along 2 tracks, manifesto and search traces. We finish by lunchtime and publish, and in the evening we put a period on the stage where yesterday we put an ellipsis.
I've already started writing, the catchy line at the beginning. Our voice is not a software module.
And I'll finish it this way. If you need effect, look for it in honesty, that she longer holds viewer than any glue.
And in the middle, I'll add about pauses and about the fact that silence is not emptiness. It's also a phrase.
And I'll insert myself between the lines so that no one thought that this happens to someone else.
Okay, now, the second track, there is suspicion that the one who did file's not one, but I'm not going to let go this one thought in paranoia.
I'll check the access log to our auditorium and hall. Not like a detective, but like the man who can read numbers.
I'll check. They're past letters. Maybe they're their innocent reminders that don't look innocent today.
I'll check. They're running routes because sometimes answers lie on the road that you trampled every day.
I'll check. They're notes. Maybe to exist 2 phrases I never said out loud. But they were on the recording, which means someone read it my pieces of paper.
And if although there would be, one trace will show who exactly. We gathered our choir, we will not shout. We will just tell him to his face, stop.
I did simple thing. Launched program that is looking for coincidence of pauses in different files. She found 2 identical pauses for you, Riley, and for you, Jade. This seems strange, but understandable. You may spend time together, your rhythms synchronized.
I wonder if that's it. Tender and scary at the same time, and like as if our vote they are friends without us.
And I have the steps coincided with yours breath. Sasha, along the length, nods as if we together ran speech.
This is everything is great, but how this translates to who turned on player.
No way, and that's it. Honest answer, we can prove the installation, but we can't right now. Name director, but we don't need that for the finale.
For the finale, we need only pull the cord out of the socket that they were holding us by.
And say out loud that the effect is not worth it, cut people into convenient pieces.
Then we're going on stage in the evening. But not like this. Victims are not as prosecutors. And what about the people who finished history correctly?
Right doesn't mean painless. Right means no fake.
I'll write a short one. Introduction for the evening. We don't need dramaturgy when there is life.
And I'll transfer the graphs into a simple set of slides. The first one is how we were assembled. The second one is how we were getting ready ourselves.
I'll put a notepad with a blank sheet of paper on the edge of the stage, to whoever wants to again glue from us history. I saw that, A clean slate for everyone, but only by agreement.
And I'll get some water so we don't dry out. Mouths from honesty.
And bandages, in case honesty again will rub until blood comes out.
Let's go have lunch, because the long truth cannot be spoken on an empty stomach.
I'm eating, it's fast, but I'll eat it today, slowly, so that the brain did not switch to alarm.
I don't eat when I'm nervous, but I'll eat it today, because strong and hungry is a bad role.
I'm eating, as before long distance. No more than necessary, but sufficient to finish not on your knees.
I eat because live it is necessary, and this is perhaps the most honest phrase for the day.
Evening came, the scene is the same, but we other.
The projector is waiting. I'll turn it on later when the words are spread out in carpet.
I have it's quieter inside than yesterday, like as if the silence decided not to tease us.
I hear the room buzzing not against, but with its rare noise.
I'll go out first.
Yesterday, here played strangers' voices with our voices. Today, here we speak, without a director. We are not looking for enemy. We set boundaries. We do not ask for forgiveness from those who did not listen to us, but we speak to those who ready listen. Hear how they cut us. That's it. How we sewn myself back.
Here you see two lines. The top one is beautiful, but false, because there is no breath in it. The bottom one is alive. Yesterday they showed us the top one. Today we choose bottom. This is not a computer science lesson. This is a lesson that every plus passes when tried. Turn into a picture.
We wrote a text, short like SMS, but long in meaning. Our voice is not a module. Our pauses aren't a bug. Our yes isn't the default. And our no isn't a mistake. Interface. If you want effect, look for it in agreement. We let's sign it here and now.
I didn't know what I'd say today, but I know what I'll say for sure. I won't run from your eyes. I see how everyone your fears, and that's okay. We now there are rules, and one of them is not to give each other over to algorithms.
Yesterday, you heard me as convenient set of sounds. Today, you hear me? How me? This is everything I wanted to get back, and I'm giving it back.
If anyone has any questions, please ask. We're ready. If you're still angry, leave it. She's behind the door. She interferes, think. If there is still fear left, bring it here. Together, it is less.
I'm going to turn off the projector and leave the lights on, because faces are the best visualization.
I put the notebook on the edge of the stage, and it looks funny little, but let it be so.
I serve water, and this most the right sound for today is rustling bottles, not clicking player.
I see how we all are descending shoulders, and that's what it's for. It was worth living through this nightmare.
We don't need someone to come out from behind the scenes and said, "This it was me," because we have already put the final point in our parts.
But if someday this someone will want to talk, he has will place for sorry, not for excuses. This important difference.
And I'll add, we will have there is also a place for, I don't forgive you, if apologies. They'll be there just for show. Also important difference.
And I'll add the earth. Tomorrow we have a run. You have classes. Everyone has a life. And this it means that we are not turning into a monument this day.
I want one more thing. That we took a photo, not for the internet, but for ourselves, on paper, which let's hang it in our heads instead of yesterday's screen.
Let's take a photo with words. We stood and didn't fall. We spoke and we were heard. We were silent when we need to, and we will too left when can.
For me, photography is graph without noise, where lines breathe. I will remember him.
For me, photography is 4 faces next to mine, on which more life than on any cover in the photo.
For me, photography is our steps in the corridor when we leave after the finale, and we are not afraid to look into each other's eyes.
For me, photography is empty screen scenes because he's not scary anymore.
Then let's say the ending out loud, like did all this time.
We are not shadows.
We are not modules.
We are not materials.
We are 5 votes.
And we finished this one history ourselves.
I'll save it, recording our we, and I will put her there from where they won't pull her out without our yes.
I'll give the text to the channel that we wrote, without names and arrows, but with rules for which we are not ashamed.
I'll set my alarm for tomorrow, not for the sake of escaping, but for the sake of continuing.
I'll put it together. My notebook and I will not tear the page that was born from pain, because this, me too.
I will write a waiver of optimization and sign my responsibility under those lines that I didn't notice, and this will my lesson.
I'll rewrite my script so that it's not only he caught the keys, but also shouted in our ears until we won't read every line with your eyes, not with hope.
I'll set a rule in the editorial office. No material with anonymous source about living people without them consent. Then if someone will say, so boring, I will say, so honest.
I'll take it from me. The habit of saving oneself, run, and I'll replace her on stop and listen, though would sometimes.
I'll learn not to blush for my mistakes. Pauses because they are mine, and that is not a reason be ashamed.
And I will also learn not to smile when inside all it burns and say, I feel bad, without exhaling, but everything is fine.
And I will also learn not to fix people as quickly as I fix equipment, because people do not break down in parts.
And I'll also learn not to cut. There is something extra where I call it superfluous someone else's feeling, because it makes it easier to fit into the column.
And I'll also learn not to be afraid that I am not enough for everyone, because for everyone I shouldn't grab.
And I'll also learn not to hide the lines that are born at night, even if they curves, because curvature is also part of sincerity.
Look how funny. We came out history, but came out with a set of principles.
That's the point. Finals release a place for further, but without those who wanted to write for us.
I put my hand on the back of the seat, and I realize that my strong today sounds otherwise. Not like armor, but like opportunity remove armor.
I look at you, and I realize that I have. There is a team, not on the scoreboard, but in life. And this team wins not by the score, but by the way it plays.
I'm closing. I close my eyes for a second and hear only one sound. Our common one inhale. Synchronous and calm.
Then let's put the last point together.
Point.
Period.
Point.
Period.
Point.